So right here, I've been knitting on my body, and here are my sleeve stitches. So most of the time, you would slip these stitches to a holder or to scrap yarn to keep them as live stitches before you continue in your pattern. But what I'm going to suggest is that you actually use scrap yarn to bind off these stitches instead. Using scrap yarn to bind off will mean that your stitches are nice and secure, but they're also really flexible, and so you'll be able to try on your project a little bit more easily. You're just going to get some scrap yarn out. It doesn't even really matter what weight it is. And you're going to knit the very first stitch of your sleeve, and you're going to knit the second stitch, and then you're going to pass your scrap yarn over to bind off that stitch. And all you'll do is keep going until you've bound off all of your sleeve stitches. When you get to your very final stitch, you'll work the same process binding off that stitch. Then you just make a nice big loop, drop your needle, break your scrap yarn, and you'll just draw that scrap yarn through the loop that you created. Once you've gotten to the end of the row, check out how nice your bind off looks. You're not going to get the same kind of stretching around either side of where your bind off begins and ends as you would if you were using a holder or even scrap yarn. And when you try on your project, you're going to have a better representation of how the sleeve is actually going to fit your arm. When it does come time to work your sleeves, all you've got to do is find the end of your sleeve where you pulled your tail through the loop. Simply pull out the tail, and then one at a time, you'll be able to put each stitch back on your needle and work your sleeve from there.